in any business, in anything you want to do, there's always some improvement to be made. But if you're too hung up on the fact what it means, you're going to lose motivation. You're going to lose your sense of creativity. There's no openness there. Yeah, it's definitely not all about you. You're going to run in circles. You're going to run around in circles. You're going to be occupied with things that don't really matter, right? And it's just blocking you overall. So think about actual value and try to put yourself in other people's shoes. Like, what is it you want? What is it you consume? Like, what is it you need, right? Try to give that to other people. In anything you do, you will find something that is a need, something that people want, that people crave for. And that can give you so many opportunities. That can make a business successful. That can make a YouTube channel successful. Doesn't really matter what it's about. And also, don't forget the overall picture. There has to be something distinguishable and recognizable. Because in my opinion and with my experience, just copying other people doesn't work. And copying other people, trying to blend in with the masses, trying to stand out in a crowd of everybody being the same, and you are also copying them, doesn't make any sense. You have to stand out, even by just your unique point, that have something unique about it as well. And that's not hard if you're authentic, because we're all different, the way we speak, the way we look, what we like, and that will come out. That will come out with your logo design, with your brand, overall vibe, whatever it is, and we all have a brand. Like, if you're a person who's always late, that's your brand, right? It's true. So yeah, be authentic as well, right? And it's much easier if you start to accept every single part of yourself. That's why I'm so much into looking at things that normal people don't really like to look at, like shadow work, looking at your dark sides, looking at your non-so-desirable sides, going deep, being authentic. One of the biggest realizations I had that got me to the point of being successful career-wise and just as a person in my development is realizing that it's not about me. It sounds weird, but if you grew up with low self-esteem and people not really loving you, it's big. It's big because even in business, we make it all about us. So if we get rejected, if somebody doesn't want our services, that means we're not good enough, right? But it's not true. And in a way, yeah, maybe we do have to alter something, but that also is going to be a massive issue, because if somebody gives us productive criticism, constructive criticism, we're not going to accept it, right? We're going to be butthurt about it and like dismissing it, which is not good. Or you go the other extreme where you can't distinguish like actual criticism and then somebody just putting you down because they're just horrible. So what is it about? It doesn't matter if you want to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is. It's about value. It's about value. You can't waste people's time. I developed my speech in a way where now it's a bit more, I don't know, like I'm not perfect, but my delivery has improved, and that's just by practice. And the problem we also face is, how do we package this value? Because packaging is important, not only in product design, right? Like, you could have the most valuable thing in the world, but if it's packed in a garbage bag, is it going to look as good as something that's wrapped in a elaborately decorated precious wooden box? It doesn't look as good, no matter what's inside. People don't care what's inside. They care about the exterior first, and then they're going to decide if they're willing to look at the inside, So we have to be careful how we present things as well. And We have a natural bias towards ourselves. Look at my video about how all of us have narcissistic traits. I'm gonna try to link it with my laptop later on because I'm not sure how I'm gonna tie to it exactly. But we all have a bias towards ourselves. So maybe you see the value and you know yourself, you're used to the way you talk, but then for other people, it's long. When I make videos, I have to get into it. So I do it only when I'm inspired, and that goes for anything creative, that goes for any ideas you have. You have to be truly inspired. If it's forced, it's no good. So I have to cut out the very beginning almost all the time because people are impatient. They don't want their time to be wasted. They want you to jump right in with something relevant, something valuable. And something that not only is valuable, but looks valuable and sounds valuable. It's an art form. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy, but it's very doable. You just have to practice. We're all guilty of sabotaging ourselves, but we don't have to be that way. There's no flow. There's no energy. The energy is just kind of going inside of you and just sitting there, not able to come out. So release it, take walks, do things, work out. Release it, try, just do it. Take more action, Don't be so focused on yourself. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes. Like, is this gonna be something I would want? And okay, maybe you're not your target audience, but it should kind of align with your own values, whatever you're doing. That's just more authentic and more true to you. And that is something people can read. Maybe people are dumb, but people have feelings and intuition for a reason because it's not rational. It's something you don't have to question, and people can sense these things, right? I mean, sometimes what a good thing is, if you want an honest opinion, is to ask a kid. And yeah, maybe, they're not the best at telling you on an industrial level, like, what is the problem, right? But they can just give you an instant observation, like what jumps out to a relatively unbiased person, yeah, that's just one thing. But yeah, if you have anything to add, or if you like the video, If you want to subscribe, if you care, please subscribe, and see you soon. Bye. Hope this was valuable.